Hello friends and welcome to another 3-minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan. Today I'm going to tell you if this Game Pass game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is AI, the Somnium Files. Do you like reading mysteries, crazy divergent plot lines, going inside the minds of anime characters? If so, do I have the game for you. AI, the Somnium Files is an Xbox and PC and mobile release because it's play anywhere. Hooray, it can be played every place. It's not upgraded on anything, but it runs great on every console I've played it on, and it takes about 2 to 3 hours to finish the first path, but if you want the whole story, it's going to take about 12 to 16 hours. So what exactly is AI, the Somnium Files? Well, it's a visual novel, which if you aren't familiar with that genre, is a story driven mostly by text, often with minor gameplay elements. Similar games would be Phoenix Wright or the Danganronpa games, if you're familiar with those. Or if you're even more specific, 999, Virtue's Last Reward. Both those games were made by the same person that made Somnium Files. So if you like those games, you'll like this one. In this one, you play as Date, not Dante from the Devil May Cry series, oddly enough, who is a detective missing his left eye, which has been replaced with a robotic AI one named Aiba. Aiba is Dante's partner and can do all sorts of crazy tech stuff to help him solve mysteries, which he will need as people that Date knows start dying around town with their left eyes missing, mirroring a murder case that happened 6 years ago. The gameplay is split into basically 2 sections. The first is the visual novel part, where you will go around town speaking to characters and piecing together the mystery, all while reading a lot. The second part involves the main detective tool, the Psych Machine. This lets Date, through Aiba, enter the mind of someone for 6 minutes in order to try and gain information about their case. While in the heads of these characters, it is a bit of an escape room of sorts, where you perform actions which take time off the 6-minute timer while trying to unlock their secrets. You gain tools that you decrease the time of actions and things that increase time of actions, so using resources becomes crucial to success. Often, how you approach these rooms will send you down a different plot path. While the game is spiraling and complex, luckily you always have a flowchart where you can jump to any point at any time, even splits, and experiment with the other routes. You'll need to complete every route before the final one unlocks, giving you the true ending and the resolution to the mystery. So what do I like about AI, the Somnium Files? Well, the story is absolutely gripping and is excellently told. It uses the flowchart to gate certain paths strategically to best temper its reveals to keep you always intrigued. It has a great mix of drama, horror, and humor, and all the characters have distinct designs and personalities that make their interactions fun and engaging. Production values for this game also, especially for a visual novel, are through the roof. There's fully acted segments, action scenes using QTEs instead of just describing them in text, and fantastic voice acting in both languages. And lastly, most of the Somnium gameplay, the psych escape rooms, are pretty fun and a good puzzle. Just expect to be retrying them a few times as part of the gameplay experience. When it comes to the bad, some of the puzzle rooms, the Somniums, are not particularly fun. The later ones in particular have a lot of trial and error rather than actual strategy. I'd suggest a guide. The story also starts pretty slow, and Dante isn't particularly likable until you get into the meat of the game and really get to know him. So know that going in, that it takes a while to get its hooks into you. And lastly, some of the humor really falls flat. I get it, game. Date and all men really love porn and women's underwear, and that's really funny to the game's creator. But after like the 4th or 5th time that joke was used, I was kind of tired of it. Just no rate games here on a 3-point scale. Must play, maybe consider, don't bother. AI, the Somnium Files is absolutely a must play, and I think it's a hidden gem if you are the kind of person who hasn't experienced visual novels before. I am very picky about my visual novels, I'll be honest. And I actually started AI, the Somnium Files on the Switch, and it didn't stick. Like I said, hard beginning. But I'm glad I revisited it through Game Pass and played it through the end, because once it got sucked in by it, oh my gosh, this game was fantastic. It completely engrossed me in its mystery and its storytelling. Somnium is not only a great visual novel, it's a great entry point to visual novels with its fantastic production value and multiple gameplay segments. If you enjoy mysteries and don't mind a lot of reading, Somnium Files is a game you absolutely shouldn't miss. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Go out there and enjoy the hell out of the Somnium Files.